Okay,
Okay. The April 13th, 2020 meeting of the Yarmouth Old Kings Highway Historical District Committee is about to convene. As a precautionary measure to reduce the spread of coronavirus, all town buildings are closed to the public. Therefore, this meeting will be held by remote participation. My name is Beth Fozella, and I will be moderating this virtual meeting. I will now turn it over to the chair of the committee.
my name is Richard Gegenwath, and I am chairman of the Old Kings Highway Historic District Committee. I will begin by taking a roll call for a quorum. Is Bob Wilkins here?
I'm here.
Jane Brand,
I'm here.
Rosemary Nichols,
Here.
John Stewart? Maybe not. Dawn Marie Fleet, Paula Morrison. Okay, so we have enough for a quorum.
Mhm.
With the quorum present, I will now call the meeting to order at 7:20 p.m. And please note that with all of our members this evening, we'll all be voting. The committee's alternates may be participating, but quietly. I now ask the moderator to explain how remote participation will work before proceeding.
Before I proceed with that, I'll just make one correction. We had assumed that we would have all of our members here today, which is why we were going to make the statement that since all 5 members of the committee are present, then our 2 alternates would only be acting as advisories. They wouldn't be voting. So because we do have a quorum of 4 of our members. There are no alternates joining us today, so all 4 members will be the voting members.
Beth, can I interrupt you, please?
Mhm.
Dawn Marie is on the list as an attendee. Should I promote her to be a panelist with you?
Yes, and Richard, she could vote in John's space, John's
Yes.
spot. Okay, sure. Thank you, Karen.
You're welcome. So she should be joining. Dawn Marie, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. I don't know whether you have your, oh, here you come.
Yeah.
There she is.
Hi.
There you are.
Richard, as chairman, would you like to make that statement?
Yes, we have an additional member. Dawn Marie is an alternate normally, but this evening she'll be voting as a regular member.
Okay.
So
With that, pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12th, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the Massachusetts Open Meeting Law, General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 18, and the Governor's March 23rd, 2020 order imposing strict limitations on the number of people that may gather in one place, this meeting of the Yarmouth Old Kings Highway Historic District Committee is being conducted via remote participation. No in-person attendance will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access and participate in the proceedings as provided for in the order. Persons who would like to view this meeting while in progress may do so by joining this virtual meeting as an attendee or viewing the live feed on the Town of Yarmouth YouTube channel. You may also listen to the meeting by dialing in to the number provided on the meeting notice. We will also post a recording of this meeting on the town website as soon as we are able. Please be patient as we work to overcome any technological challenge that may arise during this virtual meeting. To reduce confusion during the meeting, all audience participants will be muted by the moderator. As participants are called upon to speak, they will be unmuted. Applicants will be asked to use the raise hand or press the *9 on their phone to identify themselves to the committee when prompted. The moderator will then unmute applicants when they are called upon to speak. Application materials will be made visible by the moderator only if asked to do so. During the portions of the hearing designated for public comment, the chair will ask if anyone in the audience has questions or comments relating to the item being heard. Anyone wishing to speak can do so by using the raise hand button within the virtual meeting or by pressing *9 on your phone to indicate that you would like to comment. Please wait for the moderator to recognize you before speaking. Members of the public who wish to provide comment will be asked to identify themselves for the public record by clearly stating their first and last name, as well as their affiliation to the item being heard. To ensure clear communications, we ask that you consider the following guidelines when speaking. Please do not use speakerphone or Bluetooth devices. Try to mute all background noises. Clearly state your name each and every time prior to speaking. All committee votes must be roll call votes. After a motion is made and seconded, the chair will ask for a roll call vote. All motions, decisions, and conditions will be verbally read into the record. If it appears that the meeting cannot or should not proceed, then the moderator will recommend that the chair request to continue the hearing to a later date and time and/or until public meetings can resume normally. We thank you for your cooperation and your patience, and the committee chair will now proceed with the hearing.
Thank you, Beth. The first item on the agenda tonight is concerned with the removal of an existing garage in preparation for a new two-story, two-car garage addition at 42 Liverpool Drive. The homeowners are David and Peggy Kelly, and ERT Architects are the agent on this item. So I may remark that all the members of the committee have reviewed the proposals in advance of this meeting. And so it should be clear that we're not just making comments in the blue here. We're quite knowledgeable in terms of what has been submitted for the applications. So is Gary Ellis with us tonight?
Hi, Richard. Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I am here.
Gary, could you state your name for the record, please?
Gary. Wilbur. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Gary.
Hi. So for some reason it doesn't come up on the tablet, but I have it on the phone. So
Ah,
Good. Well, we had looked at this also at a previous meeting and it was continued. And so we're quite familiar. And I think there's not too much discussion needs to be going on this. Did any of the other members have a comment on this item? If not, then someone will
well,
make a
we're talking about the demo first, right? The demo
Yes,
in the garage.
The demo.
Yeah.
Correct. Do I hear a motion?
Any public, is there anyone from the public that would like to have any comments or questions? Please raise your hand or press *9 on your phone. Okay, it doesn't appear, Richard, that there's any abutters.
I'll
or
move to
public.
the application.
Second.
Okay, so we have a second on this. So I will ask everyone who's in favor, I'll speak your name and you say aye or nay after it, if you will. Beth, do you have a comment?
I do, and we didn't, again, this is one of the glitches. I think that whoever makes the motion needs to state their name, or Richard, you need to state the name that motioned, and then,
Okay.
yep.
Okay. Bob Wilkins made the motion. Rosemary Nichols seconded it.
Mhm.
And now I will ask Dawn Marie, your feelings on this, yay or nay?
Yay.
Bob Wilkins,
Yay.
Rosemary Nichols,
Yay.
Jane Hildebrand,
Yay.
and myself, Richard Gegenwath. A. Good, okay. So that is approved unanimously. The next item is concerned with the same building. And it's a new design for the second floor on the main section of the house and the attached two-car garage, which has a second story. And there's a sunroom which will develop in the rear. And it'll also be a 21-inch retaining wall and a 4-foot picket fence. The fence will be around an in-ground pool, swimming pool, which is on the left side of the house. Again, this is all at 42 Liverpool Drive. Same owners, David and Peggy Kelly. And again, Gary is the architect representative for ERT. So this is considerable change in the building. We had seen an early version of it, and we had made some comments, and there have been some changes made. And my review of it, all sizes, the front, rear, sides, the plot plan, etc., look very appropriate to this site and the changes that will be made to the house. Now, everyone else has had a chance to look at these in advance, so I will ask you, is there anyone who could raise your hand if you'd like to speak to this item?
Okay, so can you hear me, Richard?
Yes,
It's Gary.
yes,
Yep. So this is it's a gambrel. We're adding a second floor, so it's a it's a 1970s ranch. So I think this brings it more into keeping the garage, as you know, that we just approved a demo, which sticks forward of the house by a great deal. We changed that to a gable, so it transitions better into the house. As you know, the house is like 5 to 8 feet off of the ground. So the pool really won't be seen. The fence is, I think you have pictures of it.
yes,
It's a picket fence. It goes along with everything you always approve for a fence, but it's kind of a house that we thought more translates better to the neighborhood than
if you go back up one, there, the swimming pool and the fence around it.
Yep.
Exactly, good. Yeah, and it drops off sharply to the road.
Yes, especially facing the house to the left, it drops off a lot. As you come up Liverpool, it kind of levels off in front of the house.
Right. And Gary, I believe there is quite a bit of trees and shrubbery and so on along on that side already. The only concern I had was that there'd be some lower shrubbery closer to the outside of the fence, so its fence might not be visible.
I don't think we'd have any problem doing that. I know exactly what you're talking about because it's on a corner lot. So,
Right,
I mean,
yeah, but as you're coming
planning
down,
plan, we could do that. But I think the fence, having that picket fence, it can be so far above the ground that it's going to transition well. The
still,
wall's only 21 inches high, so that
Good.
stone wall, you really won't see it until you get up into Liverpool.
good. Okay. Any other comments from compatriots?
Are there any abutters on the line or who wanted to speak?
No, the butters might be watching it on television. Okay. Do we have a motion to approve of this?
I'll move.
Make a motion. Go ahead, Bob.
Bob Wilkins,
Let Jane.
I'll make a motion to accept as submitted.
Jane Hildebrand has made a motion to accept.
I'll second.
Bob will second it. Bob Wilkins is second. And I'll take a roll call on the approval. A, please, or an A if you don't like it. Rosemary Nichols,
Yay.
Bob Wilkins,
Yay.
Dawn Marie,
Yay,
yay?
yay.
Okay. Jane Hildebrand
Yay.
and Richard Gakenworth, A. So that's a unanimous pass. I think that it will be a very nice house in keeping with the neighborhood as well. We'll enhance everything there. Good. Thank you, Gary, for your work on this.
Okay. Just want to say to all, Beth, Karen, Richard, all of you, Bob, love you guys. So hopefully we don't have to do this again. So I can see you in person. I'm kind of an in-person guy. So,
Right.
but thank you. Thank you.
Gary,
doing
we
that.
do have one more question for you.
Yep.
Richard,
go.
statement of
Yes,
understanding?
yes, as you're aware from other jobs, Gary, if you're going to make changes in the design as you go along, please let us know in advance and in writing
Okay.
as is a normal procedure. And I just want to make sure that you agree to that.
I know, and make that a condition too, because I do the best I can with it. And
Right.
I get mad at clients all the time to do it and then stick it back on me. So I don't like it any more than you. So I will make sure that that doesn't happen. So,
Great, thank you. We'll move on then to the next item, which is the installation of a 4-foot and a 6-foot, 2 different sections of wood stockade fence at 615 Route 6A. Christopher and Marielle Bitter are the owners. Now, this house is right on 6A, but
Hello.
good. We have, who is speaking?
This is Christopher Bitter.
Great.
Thank you.
Did you want to add any comments to the paperwork that we've reviewed?
I have no comments to add. I think what I'm looking to do is pretty straightforward, and it doesn't take away from the aesthetics of 6A because it's hidden by some wooded area, and the fact that my house, the property does slope down and I have a walkout basement. So it won't be visible at all from the road.
Good. Good. That's pretty much what I thought when I reviewed the plan. Any other comments or questions that other members have?
This is for privacy purposes.
Correct. This is for privacy purposes, plus also safety as well. I have family and friends with small children, and it'd be nice to have them come over and have family events in the yard without them having to worry about their children wandering into the street.
Good. Any other questions? Good.
Present.
Bob makes a motion to accept.
I will, sure.
Okay.
Don Marie, second.
Dawn Marie Fleet is seconding it. And I will ask again for your vote. Rosemary Nichols,
Aye.
Robert Wilkins,
Aye.
Dawn Marie Fleet,
Aye.
and Jane Hildebrand,
Aye.
and Richard Gegenworth, myself, votes for it. And so unanimous that we all agree. And again, I'll repeat, any changes that are going to be requested, they do so before an installation is changed. We check up periodically to see how progress makes on these, and we like to see it done according to plan. Hope that Christopher is welcome with that.
Thank you very much.
Good. Thank you, Chris. So we will move on then to the next item. This is concerned with a one-story addition to the left side of the home at 67 Balsam Way. Richard and Nancy Quirk are the owners. And
Hi, Richard Quirk here.
my picture just went out.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
I can hear you. I just can't see anything on my screen now. It just says, now you've taken care of business.
You must have clicked something somewhere.
We can still hear you, Richard.
Well, I'll continue. Yeah, this addition, this is to a house, which is like a log house. So it's very interesting. The house is tucked away at the end of the street, and it's not very visible from all around. And it's adjacent to Route 6. And the addition is very similar in construction technique and as the rest of the house. So when it's done, it's going to look like it was always there. So I was pretty impressed with that.
Oh, Richard, you can't see us right now. I'm showing a picture of the rendition,
Mhm.
the proposed rendition.
I think it looks great, and it's certainly in keeping with the style of the rest of the house. And I would move to approve.
Second?
Second, okay. Then,
Who seconded that?
Jane?
good. Okay, because I can't see anything, just,
Richard, would you like me to
we may
assist at this point, or you,
have John take over. It'd be easier.
or Bob Wilkins take over?
Bob, yeah, I'm sorry, Bob.
Oh, great.
Well, at least you can see what's going on.
I can help you, Bob, if you want, just let me know.
Yeah, I think I'll be needing some.
Okay, so we have Rosemary motioned to accept the application as submitted, and Jane Hildebrandt,
So now
you
I should,
seconded the motion.
so now I should take the roll call?
Yes.
All right. Rosemary Nichols, how do you vote?
Aye.
All right. I am Bob Wilkins. I vote aye. Jane Hildebrand,
Aye.
Don Marie,
Aye.
and Richard Gegenwart.
Aye, aye.
Okay, passes unanimously.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
One statement. Are you still there?
Yep.
Richard
Yes.
Quirk, this is for Richard Quirk. Just if you're going to make any changes to the proposed approved plans, that you'd come to Old Kings Highway first before you make any changes.
Yep. No,
You
I
agree to
believe
that?
yes, yes.
Thank you. We
Yeah.
usually have a statement of understanding that applicants sign, and since we don't have that ability right now, we're doing it verbally.
Okay. Thank you
So-
very much.
So thank you.
Okay, so I guess I continue. The next application is for a one-story addition to the left side of a home at 67 Balsam Way. Richard and Nancy Quirk.
No,
We just
that's
did that
that's
one.
what we just did.
Next one.
We did that one. Okay, all right. So my first day here on the job. So application is for a 20 by 10 addition to side of a cottage at 925 Route 6A. Tony Ann Narbone in Hilsey Road LLC is the owner. Yes, Beth.
If I may, Mr. Chairman and Vice Chair.
Yes.
The agent, Leon Narbone, has informed me that he would like this application to be continued to a time when in-person meetings resume.
Okay.
So,
I'll entertain a motion
Are
to,
there any abutters, first of all, that may have a question or comment? Raise your hand. I don't think there are any by looking at the attendees list.
Right.
Um,
so,
So we would have to continue this to a later meeting, you know, after the coronavirus subsides. So we may not get to it until May. But that's okay with the applicant because he requested it.
so is there a motion to table?
The motion is to table it.
Richard, you made the motion to table?
Yes.
Is there a
Do I
second?
hear a second?
Second.
Okay, so do we?
Rosemary Nichols seconded.
Oh, Rosemary Nichols, how do you vote?
Aye.
All right, I, Robert Wilkins, vote aye. Jane Hildebrand,
Aye.
Don Marie Flett,
Aye.
and Richard Gegenworth.
Aye.
Okay, motion to table is unanimously approved. So Richard, Richard, please. Okay.
We got a lot of
So,
Richards here tonight.
all right. So the next, so am I done with that one, Beth?
Yes, so you're moving on to item number 6.
That was my plan. Okay, so the next application is for an 8 by 14 foot addition to the left front of the house at 26 Fortune Road. Sandra Taylor, the Taylor Family Trust is/are the owners.
Hello, I'm Sandra Taylor. Hello,
Yes,
you
we
hear?
can hear you. Would you
Hey,
like, to-
Sandra.
hello.
yeah, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear
I hear
you.
you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Oh, great.
So would you like to present your application?
Yes, please. I want to put in an 8 by 14 addition to the left front of the house. I believe that the design is very pleasing. I'm on a dead end street, somewhat off Route 6A. And it would be an addition to put a bathroom in. As I'm aging, I want to be able to have better access to a bathroom than what I have now. That would be walker and wheelchair accessible. So that is my purpose in making the addition.
Okay, and Beth has put up a architectural rendering of showing the addition.
Mhm.
So are there any comments from the committee about this? Hearing none, are there any abutters who would like to comment on this? Hearing none, I would like to entertain a motion.
I make a motion to accept as submitted.
Okay,
Second.
okay, it's been moved by Jane Hildebrand, seconded by Rosemary Nichols. So I'll take the roll call now. Rosemary Nichols, how do you vote?
Aye.
I'm Robert Wilkins, I vote aye. Jane Hildebrand,
Aye.
Don Marie Flett,
Aye.
Richard Gegenworth.
Aye.
Motion is passed unanimously and approved.
Thank you very much.
So Sandra, if you want to make any changes to the application, please give us ample notification, which would be how soon? Beth?
I
You
think-
would just, you would let us know before you want to make any changes.
Okay, no
Right.
time. If you want to make any changes, let us know in advance.
I certainly will. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so now we have one continued item. And that is for a proposed two-story addition on the left side of the house, including a living room extension with a bump out for a gas fireplace and a screen porch with a deck at the rear of the house, adding a portico over the front entrance. And this is at 894 West Yarmouth Road. Tanya Notiva is the owner. Are you
Hi,
here, Tanya?
hi.
Would you like?
Tanya.
Yes, this is Tanya Notova. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes,
So would you like to tell us how you
Yeah,
addressed some of the issues that we had last time?
some of the issues were that it wasn't looking as much as a dormer type on the addition on the left of the house, and we actually changed the portico to become a porch, which makes it look more cohesive, I
yes,
think.
yes.
And we've made a few other changes, so it's a little bit steeper, the roof line. And for me, it looks great. I don't know. We've also added that little roof line that divides the addition a little bit, breaks it up, so it's not like a one big box.
So the change to the portico, could you explain that again?
It used to be a portico just on top of the front door, but now it will be a porch connecting the new addition with the existing house.
If I may, this picture here I'm showing is the original application of the front with the portico and the addition on the left. And whoops, I'm sorry. And this, whoops, I'm going backwards. I don't mean to confuse everybody. I'll find it. And this is the revision. So the portico is no longer there. And
It becomes a porch, yes.
right,
Mhm.
One of the comments that I made last time had to do with the upper story windows on the addition. We had talked about possibly separating those two windows.
Sure, but since we've actually made it a little bit steeper, there's not much space to separate the two windows, as you see. But I have no problem of making a little space there. I don't think there is a lot you can separate.
So there are shutters flanking that pair of windows?
Yeah. If you prefer without shutters, but with the space in between.
No, I think the shutters are a good addition, and that
Mhm.
harmonizes with the other windows on the principal story.
Yeah, I think the overall design works very well now. In addition to the fact that it didn't look like dormers, that's been improved, and the placement of the windows has been improved, and the porch in the front is really ties it together nicely. So I think it's made a big improvement from when we first saw this.
Yeah.
Are there any abutters who would like to speak? Any further comments from the committee? Do I hear a motion?
I'll move to approve this.
All right, Richard Gegenworth has moved to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Jane Hildebrand seconds. I'll take the roll call now. Rosemary Nichols, how do you vote?
Aye.
All right, Robert Wilkins, I vote aye. Jane Hildebrand,
Aye.
Don Marie Flett,
Aye.
and Richard Gegenworth.
Aye.
Pass unanimously. If you wish to make any changes to the design, please give us ample notification in advance.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
your, patience with this project. Hope it works out for you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
We have two new items which were submitted for this meeting. The first one is for solar panels on the rear roof of a house at 555 Route 6A. Jacqueline Rivero is the owner, and Paul Eaton, on behalf of Trinity Solar, is the agent.
I will interject here for a moment. I had gotten a letter from Patrick Wendell, who is at 503 Route 6A, so he's in a butter. And he says, "Good afternoon. I wanted to make a comment as a notified abutter in regards to agenda item 20-A020, Jacqueline Rivero, 555 Route 6A. I request this comment be read into the record at tonight's meeting, as I will be unable to attend. As an abutter, I wholeheartedly approve of my neighbor's intentions of putting up solar panels on any portion of her roof and or property. In times like the crisis we are seeing with COVID-19, and even through the storms that passed through Yarmouth today, the need for sustainability and use of our renewable energy sources even more important. I would urge the committee to vote in favor of Ms. Rivero's proposed project and greenlight her for immediate installation, and that the committee make further stances, fast track similar projects related to solar panels and on solar panel installations. As a resident homeowner on Old Kings Highway, I am well aware of and have been personally affected by no restrictions. Actually, he thinks there are restrictions on solar panels, which are in fact antithetical to the purpose and responsibility of the committee preserving our community. Thank you, Patrick. He says, thank you, Patrick Wendell, 503 Route 6A. So the main point that he's making here is I would urge the committee to vote in favor of the proposed project.
Okay, I gather that neither Ms. Rivero or Mr. Eaton are present tonight. However, I drove by the property, as I assume we all have. It's a corner lot on 6A and Weir Road. The panels are not visible from either vantage.
Right, they're not visible because they're on the uppermost roof. Is that correct?
And also from the orientation of the house. Yes, Beth.
Right.
Yeah, the house is up. Yeah, the house is up on a rise there.
Beth, you're muted.
We recognize the applicant or agent. I don't think we've brought them into this discussion.
I mentioned them at the beginning and I just announced that they're not present, according
No,
to.
we have someone's hand up.
Oh,
Karen, are you there? Do we have an attendee's hand up? Do we know who that is?
We do. I don't know who it is. Hello?
Hi, this is Paul Eaton with
Thank you,
Trinity
Paul.
Solar.
oh,
Okay.
Paul Eaton. Good.
So, yeah, we just were proposing to put 7 panels on the back side of the house, not visible from the street anywhere.
Right. Good. Yeah.
Okay. Do I hear a motion?
Any abutters? We do have some other people as attendees. I don't know what applications they're here for, though. So if there's any abutters or anyone else that might want to comment on this application, please raise your hand. Okay, I don't see any.
No, this one had a lot of people that their properties touched the property. There must have been 10 of them. So only none have showed up. Okay, I would make a motion to approve of this.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Jane Hildebrand seconds. I'll take the roll call. Rosemary Nichols, how do you vote?
Aye.
Robert Wilkins votes aye. Jane Hildebrand,
Aye.
Anne Marie Flett,
Aye.
Richard Gegenworth.
Aye.
Approved unanimously. If there are any changes, please let us know in advance.
Okay, thank you.
Very good. All right, the last new item is for 26 solar panels, 28, excuse me.
28.
solar panels on the rear roof at 28 Squirrel Run. Jacob and Sandra Harrison are the owners, and My Generation Energy is the agent. Are either the owners or the agent present tonight?
Why don't you unmute?
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm Diane Addison with My Generation Energy.
Oh, good.
I'm sorry, can you state your name one more time? I missed that.
Yep, Diane Addison.
Diane Addison. Thank you.
Sure. So we are requesting 28 all black solar panels on the back of the house. That's it.
These are going to be 360 watt panels.
Correct.
So that we get a total of about 10 kilowatt,
Yeah, a little under, but yeah. Yep.
right? Good.
This house is on a corner lot, correct?
Correct.
So the front of the house is actually facing Amy Lane.
So the front of the house is Amy Lane, and the side of the house is Squirrel Run, the way it's situated.
Right.
And yeah,
So the back of the house is opposite the front, which is facing Amy Lane.
back of the house is actually, while you're driving down Squirrel Run, it would be on your right if you were headed toward 6A. Yeah, and that would be the back of the
I
house.
just wanted to clarify that point because these panels will be visible from Squirrel Lane.
Yes.
You will.
Yeah.
And driving through the neighborhood, I did not see other conspicuous solar panels.
Yeah, we were basically hoping that since they were tucked off, that section of the house is sort of set off from the street. The one roof is very flat. We were hoping that it might be okay.
There were pictures provided of views from different houses across the street, around the side. Most of the views are, are obliterated by trees and shrubs, and nobody seems to get a very good view until you go around the corner. On that other side, there may be some visibility. Generally speaking, it's pretty well covered.
There's a couple of trees between the house, behind it, to the south of it. Right. And so that would be a buffer. And that's only visible, you're right, that's the only visibility point. The rest of it, you can't see it at all, but that's the one spot you can.
How many panels on that spot, on that location?
They're all clustered together. So it comes out 28 altogether. But I think you would probably only see from that area the panels to the furthest right, maybe. Yeah, that area right there is what I think you would see. The rest of it, I think, would be pretty invisible. It's the bottom picture that, yeah, shows, keep going down. The last picture. That is it on the left, where the White House is, yeah, that's that location.
So right here, you'd see
Yes,
this.
correct.
Yeah, I did drive by that location today, and I felt like when you're driving on Squirrel Run towards Amy Avenue, that the back part of the roof was quite visible. And even if there are leaves on the two trees that we see on the picture to the left, I don't know that they would obscure that many panels from visibility.
It's an
Yeah,
oblique.
there's no argument there. That's true. You're gonna see them. And we were just trying to make it as neat and tidy and low profile as possible, using all black. Homeowner was super motivated to do this. So we said we'd be more than happy to try.
I'm sorry, more than happy. What now?
Oh, to try, just to,
Oh, take a shot at it. Well,
yeah. Yeah,
these solar panel applications are always the most difficult that I find that we deal with.
I know.
Because we don't want to be fighting against progress or energy efficiency or conservation or any of these things, but that is not our mission. And the problem here is that the house is quite close to Squirrel Run. It's an oblique view, which is a point in their favor, but we generally do not look favorably on solar panels that are conspicuous from a public way. And given the proximity of the house to Squirrel Run, I think that makes the application all the more problematical. Do we have any abutters present to comment on this?
If you do, please raise your hand. If you're here by phone, *9 on your phone.
Do we have any more comments from the committee? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion.
I move to decline.
Second.
We have a motion to decline from Rosemary Nichols, a second by Jane Hildebrand. I'll now take the roll on this motion. Rosemary Nichols, how do you vote?
Nay.
Robert Wilkins, I vote nay. Jane Hildebrand?
Nay.
Nay. Don Marie Flett?
I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
confused
gonna
too.
vote
because
aye.
The motion,
Oh, aye for the decline. Yes, you're right.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right, yeah.
Kind
I
of knew
should have
what
known.
you,
Let's start.
Let's do that again.
All right. Rosemary Nichols, how do you vote on the motion to decline?
Aye.
All right. Robert Wilkins, I vote aye on the motion. Jane Hildebrand?
Aye.
Aye. Don Marie Flett?
Aye.
Thank you, Don Marie, for
Thank you,
pointing
Don.
that out. Richard Bevanworth, how do you vote?
aye. However, I think the agent from My Generation Energy should go back to the property and see if they can put some trees in, like, that would grow rapidly enough in strategic locations that could block it. So they should take an attempt. I mean, we oppose it tonight, but they should go back to their drawing boards and see what they can do.
Okay. Thank you
Alright.
very much for your time.
Okay, so motion has been unanimously denied. Or motion has been unanimously approved. Motion to deny has been unanimously approved.
Right.
Now, do we have any, I don't believe we have any minutes to report, Beth.
Nope, we do not.
Do we have any other business? Okay, the next meeting is scheduled for Monday, April 27th. Hopefully we will have worked out some of the glitches that we experienced tonight, but all in all, I thought it went as well as could be expected. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Don Marie.
Don Marie moves to adjourn. Is there a second to the motion?
Second. Second.
Okay, I'll take the roll call. Rosemary Nichols, how do you vote on the motion to adjourn?
Aye.
Robert Wilkins votes aye. Jane Hildebrand,
Aye.
Don Marie Flett,
Aye.
Richard Gegenworth.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
At 8:16 PM. Thank you.
Great job. Well done.
We're still live on YouTube. Kyle, can you,
Yeah, we're done.
yes,
We
thank
are
you.
all done.
You want me to end the meeting?
You can end the live YouTube.
I think I have to end the meeting to do that.
Okay, you can end the meeting. Thank you, everybody. I think we did all right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I think you did great.
Thank you.
Good night.
Yeah.
Night.